Welcome to the UK Niner podcast, part of the Across the Pond Sports Network. Now, here are your hosts, Matt Walker and Neil Baldock.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome to this brand new UK Niner podcast from the Across the Pond Sports Network. I'm Matt Walker. As you can see on the screen, I'm joined by my old mate, Neil Baldock. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, Matt? Good morning over here. It's 8:20 in the morning here. So yeah,
we've got to kind of set the scene a little bit, haven't we? We've got to kind of set the scene a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm in Nottingham, England, and Neil, originally from Nottingham, England, but via Lichfield and various other places, now finds himself on the West Coast in Seattle.
Yeah, moved over here 20 years ago now.
Years ago,
living in the heart of unfortunate Seahawk country, but still a strong Niners fan. Love the team, and let's go for it. This is going to be fun.
You're right. I mean, this is really new to us, but we're both passionate Niners fans. We have been, goodness me, we've just been talking about it before we came on air. You know, what was the first game we went to? Was that Tampa-Denver? Tampa-Denver in Tampa, was that? Or did we go to that Redskins game first?
Redskins was that 92 at Wembley, right?
Yeah.
So 60. Yeah, no, that's the same year thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it would have been. So this is great. I mean, first off, shout out to all our folks. There's us in 1992 outside Wembley. I was devastated Joe Montana didn't play that game. I was fortunate enough to go and see him in 1988 against the Dolphins. That was the preseason game before they won Super Bowl 23, and that was a heck of a game. That's the first time. That's the Bulldogs there. That's the Walkers there. Huh?
There's some looks on there, dude.
Yeah. The Bulldogs, the Walkers, the Messons on there. Three families that were just literally transfixed into the 49ers by me, you, and Scott. You know, they were good old days. And then I tell you what, and then we headed out that same year. I think, like you say, we headed out to Tampa. Look at the state it was now. But have a look at this, Neil, back from Tampa Stadium. Old Tampa Stadium.
Eh? Is that the great? Was it the sombrero? Is that what they used to call that one?
It was the big sombrero. It was. I'm there rocking my Nottingham Caesars junior shirts back in the day, and I think by that time, were you in Lichfield by then?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So moved out to Lichfield. Oh man,
they were my favourite ever shoes, by the way. They were my favourite ever shoes. Love those shoes, man.
What you know?
Look at those.
What are they?
Max 180s.
Oh yeah, baby.
Charles Barkley.
Beautiful. Well, I just love the fact that Nike keep bringing back all the old throwbacks.
I know, right?
Anyway, it's all good. So me and Neil have known each other, I think, since we're must have been 3-4 years old. Big hello to Maureen and Susan. Hi, Maureen. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Mom.
They're our mums. Maureen, my mum. Susan, Neil's mum. You know, so we grew up together in Nottingham and did everything together pretty much, buddy. I think you, myself, your brother Andrew, and my sister Shell, we were kind of just did everything together. And then this Niners thing just kicked off for me. You know, saying about 1987, 1988, and you know, it went on and on and on, and here we are.
Yeah. It was Like, I remember you introduced me to the game. Well, going to the rec. Was that what we?
It was the rec at the back of our house. Yeah, it was.
Back of the house and throwing the ball around and then all that stuff. And then I went to. Oh, there we go. That's the thing that started it all.
That started it all. My dad worked in a factory. Brought this thing out. I said, "What is it, Daddy?" I don't know. I think it's American football. And that is what started the love for the Niners. It's amazing how something so small can kick off what has just been a passion, not only for me, but I know like you guys, you know, yourself and a lot of my friends as well. It's just incredible. And then come full circle, Christmas 2024, mate.
There we go. Can't believe it.
Outside the Levi Stadium, Christmas 2024. We brought all the troops out. So sort of full circle from outside Wembley in 92. And now we've got our own kids and wives outside Levi's. That was a good day, wasn't it?
That was the best, man. That stadium, although getting to it was a nightmare. I remember that, but the stadium itself is absolutely amazing. And then getting on field there, like so close, was just awesome.
Absolutely spot on. So
one of the best. My kids still talk about it now. They're like still all the time.
Your eldest one, I remember that photo I just put up there, that one. I know that my youngest and your eldest weren't really wanting to be there in front of the Levi's Stadium. Your eldest being a Seahawks fan and my youngest being Port Latter Jets fan. But hey, I photoshopped them out for the one that I've got up in my lounge. Anyway, so that's a little bit about us. You know, we're just I know you guys, you're a massive Forest fan as well. I won't go down that line. We're obviously Forest fans. You're a massive Forest fan. Just watch Forest. The mighty Forest beat Burnley 4-1.
Yeah, Gibbs White hat trick. That's an early start for me. These weekends, like watching the Premier League, getting up at 4:30 sometimes in the morning. But hey, I love it. I spoke to another guy who does it every weekend as well. So it's fun. It's a stressful time to watch them, but hey, Niners.
I don't feel sorry for you because I'm the same as me getting up at like 1:15 in the morning here to watch the Niners. So you pick your poison, don't you? Anyway,
that's true. Those Sunday night games over here at 5:30 in the evening are nice. They're really nice.
Yeah. Thanks. Anyway, so the purpose of this podcast, we're coming to you as part of the Across the Pond network that's been set up here in the UK, and we're all being well going to grow that network to involve all different sports leagues from the NHL, the MLB, the NBA, and obviously us on the NFL. And the aim is to try and get these pods going by fans, for fans. And it just, I was approached to do this, and I thought, right, it'd be good on my own, but who could I do this with? And you were the first man to come to line. 50 years together, and we've both got this passion. We've been planned a little bit, and I'll tell you what, mate, the amount of prep you've made for this today, this show needs to go pro right now. I'm telling you.
Well, we'll see about that. But yeah, a lot of it was like after the Seahawks won it. I told you I was speaking beforehand. It was like, oh man, that hurts a little. Family, friends, all like giving me loads. But hey, that's part of the game. So I went back and looked at it. Yeah, I looked at the season, and I think we'll discuss like quick review of last season or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of good. I think we did well last season with all the injuries. Honestly, I really do.
We'll
I still think Kyle should have won Coach of the Year personally, but there you go.
Yeah. We'll get on to that in a second. So just for the first time out, this obviously is a pilot episode. We're going to try and build on it as we go. We're new to this, so I'm sure it'll be a little bit sketchy to start with, but we'll smooth the edges out to be as smooth as my dome over the next few weeks, and we'll see how we go. So the format, we're going to try and break it down. We're going to get sort of 4 segments in the way of like a first down, second down, third down. We're going to bring you some Niner nuggets, some quick fire news. We're going to bring you memories from games of the past and Niner greats of the past. We're obviously not live at the moment. You'll be able to watch this at a later date, but hopefully in the future, if we go live, we're going to try and get you guys involved as well. And then maybe have a look at the current player from the squad moving into 2026 and what that season may hold for them. So we've already been talking for 7 minutes, mate.
Yeah, I'm going to say I think we're going to fill the time quite easily.
I think we'll be fine, buddy. Anyway, so let's get to it.
First down.
So there we go then. So coming up today, basically, we're going to have a quick 2025 season recap. And like you said, Neil, you look back. I looked at some stuff the other night. We're 12-5, but you finished in 12-5, and you're still third in the division.
I know, it was wild.
What a crazy NFC West that is.
That was by far the best division. I thought when we were healthy, we held our own. I mean, we 4-2 against NFC West. I think we were. So
yeah, I think that's right. Yeah,
and obviously Mac Jones coming in, like really stabilized the team. I don't think he gets enough credit. I think people have almost forgot how well he played for us. But yeah, it was a great season. It was a fun season here, especially starting the season with the win over the Seahawks, pretty much. And
you talk about Mac Jones. Again, I was looking at stats, trying to get bits and bobs together, and actually, yeah, Brock missed a load of games. So if you look at Mac's stats, right? So Mac Jones, Brock Purdy was 197 out of 284 for 2,167 yards. Okay, Jones was 201 out of 289 for 2,151 yards. So literally 16 yards short of Purdy. Yeah. And I think he was 4-2 in his outings. I think he started 6 games and 4-2 in that.
Yeah, 2-1 touchdown to interception passer ratio. I mean, he was fire, dude. I loved him. I loved his swagger as well, dude. I love the way he comes out on the field, dude. I loved him. I really do.
You talk about like Kyle Shanahan being a QB whisperer and everything he's done from Darnold, obviously being in the doldrums with the Jets to begin with, then obviously with the Panthers, and then coming under Kyle and then going on to Seattle and doing what he did there.
Yep.
And I read something this week that basically said, if you want to trade for Mac Jones, then okay, bring him over, but he's not necessarily going to be the Mac Jones he was with the 49ers because of the Shanahan impact.
Yeah, I think keeping him would be the best. I mean, we'll see what happens over the draft weekend, but yeah, I love that guy. I like him. He's clearly comfortable as a backup right now as well. He knows what he's got. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I mean, last season, I think we're better. Were we a better road team last year as well? I think we were 7-2 on the road. I think in the end. Okay. So that goes to show a lot about how this team was built. It's a good team.
And the locker room love the guy as well. But I mean, don't get me wrong, Brock is the man, and you can't speak highly enough about Brock Purdy and everything he's done. And again, like you say, the character is. And I think that's the biggest thing for me. You know, in all these players, you know, you want high character guys, and Lynch and Shanahan talk about that all the time. And if I think back to like one of our number one picks from a way back, linebacker number 56. Foster, Reuben Foster.
Oh, Reuben Foster,
Sign Reuben Foster. And again, you know, Niners have this sort of, if you like, I'm okay with signing guys with previous injuries. You know, I think Foster was coming off an ACL himself.
Yep.
And then obviously the character of Foster caught up with him. Similar to Alden Smith way back as well.
Alden Smith was one, yeah.
What a player he was, but just couldn't keep it tight on the field, off the field rather. But again, you know, we talk about Purdy and Jones being just these high character guys, and everybody around them, Kittle and Warner and the leaders on the team. It just
Juice as well, man. It's like Juice. All of them.
Unbelievable.
Just the best.
So 12-5, decent season considering all the injuries, like you say. Then we go out to Philly, and I mean, I didn't give us a chance in Philly. I don't know how you were feeling, but hey.
No, I mean, I spoke to you like I said before. I rewatched the highlights, and I forgot how good a game that was. Obviously the Jennings to CMC pass. It's like that was just to really break open the game. Purdy with his couple of picks, I think he has one. I think pick one was just a terrible floated pass, but whatever. But that was a great game. Anyway, he said the upset. Was it AJ Brown? A couple of drops, 2 or 3 drops, right? It really cost them, but Absolutely. That was a big upset win on the road against the champs. So that was a great game. Loved it.
My favorite play was obviously the Jennings to CMC, but not because of the Jennings pass, not because of the incredible CMC catch, but because of Brock Purdy making his business decision, rolling out to blocks, seeing this big DN and kind of going, whoop, and just sight and Jennings getting laid out. But yeah, like you say, great. And we talk about CMC. I mean, every time CMC touched the ball all last season, I was kind of going, is this the one where he's going to go down again? But comeback player of the year. Yeah. What can you say about CMC?
Played every single game. Most touches in 49ers history, I believe, as well, last season. So not the best yards per rush, I don't think. But hey, I mean, it was still great football. Almost got his 1,000. It was just, I don't know how many yards he was short in the end. 924
receiving yards.
Yeah.
1,202 rushing yards. Leading receiver on the team, and obviously the leading halfback.
I think that would have been nice for him to get the 1,000. But hey, you know, I mean, that's what it is. But yeah, hopefully we can take the pressure off him a little bit this year coming up. Don't want to run him too hard again, but we'll see.
No, absolutely. Well, I mean, Brian Robinson with a decent back of his own. You can't help but think, you know, Shanahan, come on, you've got to look after CMC a little bit more. You've got to back in there, Brian Robinson, you know, big, strong, hard running back. One of the TDs he scored, I remember, just literally barreling through linebackers. And unfortunately, this is where sometimes you kind of wonder how Kyle is working and managing his stars. But at the same time, you look at CMC and he never wants to come off the field anyway, does he?
Yeah. Who was the Oregon running back? He didn't play much. Jordan James.
Yeah.
We'll see how he gets on. did he even play in the regular season? I'm not even sure.
If he did, it would have only been special teams. I don't think he got any carries. But hey, like you say, they're big on him still. I know the Niners are big on him still. So like you say, and then we'll talk about drafting a little bit. But you kind of then, how high do you draft a running back? And Kyle's been really good at drafting running backs in the later rounds and making them fit his scheme, that zone run scheme. You can think of Raheem Mostert and Matt Breida and people way back. No name players really that really took off under that scheme.
Yeah, that's what I said. But yeah, we'll see how the running back goes, and then obviously all of the injuries, dude.
Man,
that was wild. Like Williams, like Bosa, both our edges go, and yeah.
What do you think about this? What do you think about the substation situation?
Nothing. I think nothing of it. No, I don't. Honestly, I don't. I don't know. I mean, obviously, you're going to get players and agents probably saying there is something in it for whatever reason, but I don't put anything in it personally. We'll see.
So therefore, do we have an issue with our training staff?
I think a little bit. I mean, I was reading something that we're spending the money, right? We're spending the money. Let me see if I can find it. If I can find it. But oh yeah, here we go. We're going to spend something like, I think Lynch said they're going to drop like $9 million in rehab and recovery upgrades. So maybe there's something there, changes some of their staff. But I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's just a case we have a lot of very kind of like, older players.
Well,
really.
Yeah. And on that same take, then, I mean, Brandon Ayuk. Has Brandon Ayuk, have the Niners done Brandon Ayuk dirty, or has Brandon Ayuk not held his end of their bargain?
I don't know, dude. I think he should have come back last season, even to show up for the meetings, whatever. But not showing up is on him.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that's going on with him. And I just looking at the Commanders are looking at him. It's like we're floating around a 7th round draft pick just to get anything out of that deal whatsoever. He can hook back up with Daniels then, whatever, and see where that goes. But as far as I see it, he's going to go. We're going to cut all ties with him and just whether we can get anything for him. Kind of sad, really. I kind of feel bad for him. He was so good. I mean, he had back-to-back thousands, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's a legit player, but hopefully he gets right again and comes back, but it will be with another team.
And that's the thing. Is he still a legit player after such a devastating knee injury? Because it wasn't just that ACL. Literally everything went in that knee.
MCL as well, right?
Yeah, and so therefore, other teams are going to be like, well, we've not seen him play. And the Niners almost were probably wise not to play him in a way, because if you play him and he's not the player he was, then no one's going to want him anyway. But by holding him out, there's still people maybe thinking, well, if push comes to shove, he may well be able to get back to something like his best. But yeah, it's just a sad situation when he has contributed like he has, and for it to end like this for any player is sad.
Yeah, I liked him. I liked his route running. I think he was just a good player. I really did. And for whatever happened. Injuries can do that, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And he bought into the whole, you think of our receivers, you think of like Juwan Jennings, and you think of him blocking downfield. George, you've got to be able to block downfield, and he was a fierce blocker downfield as well.
Yeah, he was. And that's one of the things. The other thing is like talking about receivers and blocking downfield. I was looking at like something like the top 5 receivers still available, and 3 of them are ex-Niners. We got Debo on there still. Yeah. Jennings is still unsigned. So maybe there's a certain type we like that maybe other teams don't appreciate. I don't know. We'll see. But the blocking downfield is huge, especially for someone like McCaffrey and so on.
So we'll have a little look at free agency in a few minutes. So first down done, pretty good season all in all, considering everything we've had to contend with. And like you said earlier on, Kyle Shanahan should have definitely been in the running for that.
I think so.
Given what he had to contend with.
Yeah, it was like nearly $100 million sat on the bench. So that's a lot of money. And I think he should have got it. I think he would have got it. But I mean, they say it's a regular season award, but we know it creeps into the postseason. But anyway. But yeah, I think all in all, I don't think we can argue with that season. I just wish another team would have won the Super Bowl, honestly.
Yeah, all day long. Because like you say, it's bad enough living in Nottingham, however many thousand miles away I am, but you living in the heart of Seahawks country, mate, with your red and gold, I don't think I'd be able to cope. I don't think I'd leave my house. Yeah,
it was a little rough, and obviously I work here as well. But and I wear my Niners stuff like proud. I wear it to work. I wear it every Friday. I wear it I always tease the Seahawks fans a little bit. They tend to wear their stuff on Monday after they've won, right? But I wear my stuff on a Friday, and it was good. But it was good. It was all good natured. It was good fun, and you know what? It makes it great for next season, though.
Yeah, it does.
We get to play the champs. I get to like wear my stuff again, and we'll see how it happens. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait. Another great season ahead.
Right then, okay. First opening segment. I didn't think that was bad at all. I think that was bad,
mate. I enjoyed it. It's good.
Let's go second down.
Second down.
So the next thing we're going to talk about a little bit was the coaching changes. Obviously, I was so excited last year about Robert Saleh coming back in from the Jets and everything he brings. And you hear the comments about Saleh. He is a leader of men. He might be a good football coach, but he is a leader of men. And unfortunately, for whatever reason, think what you do of Saleh, he couldn't really, in my opinion, implement what he wanted because of those injuries to the three big ones, Bosa, Williams, and then Fred. And I think that really curtailed what he was able to do.
Yeah, and I love he's a great coach, and I always suspected it to be a 1-year kind of thing. I thought he'd come back in, obviously he'd kill it again. Players love him, everybody loves him, the fans love him, and it was clear just a 1-year audition to go to somewhere else, which obviously he did. Yeah, shame for us, but then again, I think we've picked up a good one as well.
Well, the guy, talk to me a little bit about Raheem Morris is likely to bring. Is it going to be a continuation of the solid defense, or is it, are we expecting major changes? Are we going to change the front, or are we carrying on as we were?
Hopefully, a bit of carry on what we are. I like a bit of all gas. I do like a little bit of going for it. Although, and I think we've seen that with a couple of the pickups. Not necessarily the more playing it safe corners. I think we've put in a couple of more aggressive corners, so that's going to be different. Yeah, obviously, Greenlaw's back as well, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, Morris in his defense has never been that great, statistically, but maybe it's a bit more bend and break. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, the stats. Looking at the defense last year, defensive stats. 8th with 4 fumbles. I was surprised at that. The number 1 was Minnesota with 18, and we managed to punch the ball away 13 times. So we're 8th for that. But then the other 3 ranks, the big ones, you're thinking about tackles. We were 25th in tackles. We were 29th in interceptions, only 6 picks all year. The Bears led that one with 23 with that ball hawk defense up in Chicago. And then the big one, the sacks. Dead last in sacks. 20 sacks. 20 sacks on the year. 20 sacks from 17 games. Denver were leading that one. 68 sacks Denver amassed. Yeah, 20 is not enough. Do you know who our sack leader was?
No, Huff.
Nick Bosa.
No. Nick Bosa. Was it? Oh, wow.
2 sacks. 2. And he didn't play, what did he play? 6 games? 5, 6 games?
So that talks about depth as well, right? I mean, the main thing is the depth across the D-line wasn't there. But those injuries, how are you going to overcome those injuries, though? I mean, that's it. And then it's not those guys that your backup guys become your starters. Yeah. Then your third string become your backup. So your depth just falls off a cliff too quick.
Absolutely.
And that's what happened. And we couldn't even scheme a sack. I mean, that was the problem. No. We couldn't do anything.
So then, like you say, when you consider that and the fact that we still only lost 5 games, we weren't massively heavily scored on all year, and you got people like Tatum Bethune coming in and playing that Fred Warner role, and he goes down hurt as well, and it was just one thing after another. I was really big on Malik Mustafa coming into this season, but again, I don't think he's necessarily achieved his potential yet, and I know when we talk about the draft a little bit later, I think one of the needs is looking at safety. But from defensively though, always exciting with a new DC and Raheem Morris. Shanahan's worked with Morris before, hasn't he? Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll wait and see. I was trying to think. I was going to say something else to say about him, but I think I'm just happy we've got another name in there. You know what I mean? We know him. He's got head coach experience, obviously, which is going to be huge. Just in case other things happen. But we'll miss Salah. We'll just move on. I think it's going to be. I think we're going to be a lot better on D this year. We can't be worse. I don't think, honestly. So
it's the nature of the business, isn't it? And it is a business. It is. As much as us fans want to hold on to everyone good that we get, it's the nature of the business. Offensive coordinator this year, then Clay Kubiak. Interesting one. Obviously, Shanahan tends to call the plays. I never kind of really get this, that the 49ers offensive coordinator is Clay Kubiak. Well, actually,
no, I was looking at his history a little bit. He goes from quarterback coach to passing games. But what's he doing? I don't know. We know it's Shanahan. He's just helping out, but he knows the system well. So that, keeps it continuity, keeps obviously on the training field and stuff. But I like that other angle as well, though, what's happened over in Seattle when they lost a Kubiak. Yeah. So that could be big for them. Obviously, good news for us. I think he's gone off to the Raiders head coach now, I think. So we'll see how it goes. But no, I like it. Like you said, what do they really do in the Shanahan system? I don't know. We'll see.
They'll maybe get to call up a couple of preseason games.
Yeah, maybe.
Special team coordinator Special teams coordinator Brant Boyer.
I honestly don't know much about him. Honestly, I know you spoke about it a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see. I thought our special teams, our kicking, got a lot better last year.
Oh, Eddie Pinheiro, man, what a
player!
What a find. How was he not signed?
Yeah, that was wild. And then the punt game, we'll see.
Well, we'll talk about punt game because we've got a new guy coming in, but that's coming a little bit later up in the show.
That's later.
And then finally, I think out of all the coaches, I think the guy who's under the most pressure is the strength and conditioning coach, Mike Nicolini. I mean, who
like we said earlier, he's going to get some money to spend, it sounds like. He's got to overcome substation gate and all that kind of thing. he's got a lot to do. He's got to keep everybody healthy. And hopefully he does. I mean, you'd have thought nowadays with all of the info, all of the stats, all of the the metrics they keep on these players, it must be, I mean, they should track all their minutes and reps to the nth degree, you'd have thought. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. But you're right. If you keep the stars healthy, we're going to do okay. So
it's a poison chalice, from my mind, that is. but
it's anyway. I don't know what. Yeah. I hope he's getting paid.
Yeah.
He gave some money.
There's the four main coaches then this year. We'll see how they go. And we put our faith in them.
Yes. And obviously, Kyle as well. I mean, I can't say enough about it. I still remember the day we signed him. I remember him flying on that jet, and I still remember, like, oh yeah, here we go. Like, I know he took some flack for that loss in Atlanta a little bit, but no, man, he's so good. Didn't want anybody else.
He kind of, no, I agree with you. When I hear all the Kyle haters about he can't win the big one, the 28-3 debacle with the Falcons and the Patriots Super Bowl, that now the Niners have been to like now 2 Super Bowls with him and lost both when they had 10-point leads, late in the game. And it's almost for me a little bit like the Steve Young bit, where Steve Young had that monkey on his back for so long.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, I mean, how are you going to follow Joe Montana for a start, and then eventually he wins Super Bowl 29, and and he's the next Messiah, the coming of the next Messiah type thing. Do you think Shanahan will do it? Aging roster now.
Aging, but it's good. The window's closing soon, right? You got to take advantage of obviously aging roster plus the Purdy factor. Don't forget about Trent Williams. Is he turning 38?
38.
So the pieces are there. Obviously, it's a hard division. Still probably going to be the hardest division in football.
I think so.
Seattle's D is no joke. Obviously, anything to do with Matt Stafford is crazy. So you've got to be like, but stay healthy. Anything can happen. And yeah, he's still the coach I want. So simple as that.
I'm 100% with you. 100% with you. Oh, no. You know what we've reached? We've reached
halftime.
Very good. Ooh, very smooth.
Smooth as silk, mate. That's silk. So we've reached halftime already. This is flying by. I just look at the recording clock in the corner.
Oh, wow.
28 minutes already. Anyway,
feels like this is fun. I hope everybody else is having as much fun watching this, because I'm having fun doing it.
Even if they're not, man, that's just great talking to you. We don't get to do this enough anyway. But so halftime, we're going to try and have a look at some golden greats, and I was going to talk about like the first game we went to, and I can still talk about that American Bowl, 1992, Redskins, Niners. Was it Mark Rippon? Yeah. I think Mark Rippon was QB for the Redskins.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I tried to find some coverage of it to try and refresh the memory banks, but it was hard. I was like, yeah, that game wasn't very well covered back then. So, I think you said earlier, though, there was like no Joe. No. I think Jerry did play.
Yeah, he did.
Steve Young play?
It was Steve Young instead of Joe. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Starting at least, because it was still a preseason game, so the starters only get like a quarter and a half anyway.
Yeah, it's still only preseason. But it was at the old Wembley Stadium, which to people from England is still a thing, still a huge deal. Twin Towers of it's so good. But yeah, I mean, that was a game. I remember going down to that. Obviously, you showed the picture earlier. That was so much fun. That was good.
Well, I say, and the lovely thing is, as much as kind of we were all into it, our families, our families just got behind it so much. Every single person there is decked out in some sort of 49ers swag. Mums,
it's wild, yeah, because you're right. And it was like me, you, and Scott, like we're the leaders, right? Like, we go, let's go, and everybody else is willing to join along. And even now, like my brother Andy, he still watches the games and stuff. So, and I've got other friends I brought into the fold as well. Then there's other people like I've converted people from other teams. Right? It's a huge thing. It's like a big passion, especially over in England. Like it's not it's not obviously as big as over here, right? So when you get to like share your passion with people and then join in and they watch it and stuff, and we both played it over there a little bit, right?
We did, yeah. And obviously, I've coached, and now I do my commentary a little bit. Commentate on the British game and into Europe, and also did some EFL stuff. So the way it's grown, and say if I'm thinking that's 1992, so like you say, you were 16, I was 17. I've been into the game for about 4 or 5 years at that point, and it's just such good memories, and that was just such a great day. And I mean, the nice thing was I found an old VHS tape not so long ago of those families there on the screen all going down to Devon to go camping together in a caravan park in Devon. We're just such good times and good memories, and for everyone, I think it shows how passionate me, you, and Scott were. The fact that we did convince the rest of the family, because even now, I know you're like very much Forest and Niners as well, but even now at 51, I just live and breathe the Niners, and it hasn't been any different for the last 40 years. So that was a really great game. Just actually get to see your idols up close and walk away with a win as well.
Yeah, and I get it. And like even now, I was just just popped into Vegas for like a long weekend at end of spring break. Yeah, it is. And they have like a Field of Dreams there, like autographed jerseys. I nipped in there, had a look. There's a Bosa jersey and a Kittle jersey, a Joe Montana helmet, a Jerry Rice football. You kind of, oh my god, can I spin it now? I didn't buy anything. Too much. Although the Kittle jersey was half off, but it was still too much money, man. But it's still, you still go in and you still see those heroes from we watched in, like you said, '92. They're still signing stuff. They're still like, you go in there, and go, oh, this is so cool. And then you say I played at my college at University of Hertfordshire, the Hurricanes, for a few seasons. I come over here. I've coached flag football. I coached my kid in junior, like tackle football, and he plays for his high school now. So he's played 2 years of high school ball. So yeah, it's just like it's perfect.
And back in the day, then 1992, American football was still very much a fledgling sort of sport over here in the UK. I mean, now obviously with the international games. And we'll have a little chat about the Niners' first international game in a bit. But with the international games and how the NFL has grown over here since then, it's just, I always think it's lovely that we were kind of there at the infancy. I think it was the first American Bowl, was it 85, was it?
Yeah, I can't remember. I didn't go, my first one was 92. I think yours was 88.
88, so, yeah. But
yeah, I mean, I don't even remember that. Even then, you couldn't get the scores. You had to wait till Monday morning. You couldn't get game reports. You had to get that. What was that newspaper? First down, was it?
Yeah, first down. Weekly newspaper. Yeah.
Yeah, you had to special order it from news agents.
You did,
and you get it on a Thursday. And that's the only way. That's the first time you get the game reports on a Thursday.
Yeah.
For games that were played on the Sunday.
Madness.
It was wild.
Absolutely madness. We're spoiled now. Anyway.
I get this. I mean, especially where I am over here on the West Coast with the time zones. I got Sunday morning. I got football from 10 a.m. in the morning until 9 o'clock at night every Sunday. You get Thursday football. It's wild. Then you got all the college football on like Fridays and like Saturdays as well. Yeah. We're spoiled now. You can just log it on your phone anywhere. But back then, you're right. But I still remember going back to my school. I was the only one in my whole school who even knew about football.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
I was very similar. I played rugby at the time as well. I took a lot of stick in the UK for wanting to play American football with the helmet and shoulder pads on from the rugby players. But hey, like I'll always say, don't knock it till you've tried it. Anyway, it's still a passion. Anyway, so good memories. So this halftime segment we'll do every time we do one, and we'll dip into different games, whether it's old Super Bowls or playoff win. I'm thinking of that Alex Smith game against the New Orleans Saints. Remember that one in the playoffs?
There you go.
Maybe another Saints game with the George Kittle fourth down. We'll have a look at that.
Just fun stuff, fun memories. Absolutely. Like hopefully, like other people that end up watching this will be like, oh yeah, and they'll jog their memory as well and give some feel good moments. That's
what we're looking for. We're just trying to bring all the Niners community together in the UK, and any of you across the pond as well. Any of you.
You never know.
In the UK, you never know. Anyway, you rehydrate.
They like my accent over here, Matt. That's the thing. So you never know.
I know. No one will know any different. Everyone over here still thinks you're sitting in Litchfield, mate. They don't believe you.
They're not believing me. They're like, nah, he's not over there.
You got to prove it 1 week to us. You got to take it. You got to do a broadcast from the Seahawks land.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
maybe maybe. I was showing you on the map the other day, like the Seahawks training facilities was like a few miles away from where I work. So I pass it every morning on like driving south on 405. So yeah, Let's see.
Their plans for the future. Anyway, you're rehydrated. You'll take back up.
Let's go.
Okay, good.
Third down.
Okay, we mentioned earlier about players that have been with us. We mentioned Ayuk. Let's have a look at the new guys coming in. Have a quick look at free agency then. So a lot of guys coming in. Probably the biggest name, obviously, Mike Evans coming in over from the Bucks. Christian Kirk as well, another receiver to add depth. Big play Drake. I'm so excited to see big play Drake coming.
So good.
And it was kind of nice as well when he said about, I really wasn't happy in Denver. You know, he came out in the media saying that sort of thing. And you can just imagine Fred and Dre back together. That's going to be a match made in heaven if they can both stay healthy again. I still watch that. I still watch his Achilles go in that Super Bowl and just think, how are you going to bust your Achilles running onto a field?
It's wild, but I think the big one, I think he led off with it, is Mike Evans, dude. Man, cannot wait. I cannot wait. I saw him play. I went to see a Tampa game. Gosh, I think it must have been 18, 19. Nick Mullins was starting that year.
I remember you going down there. Yeah, I remember you telling me you were going down there, yeah.
And went there. My in-laws lived over there, so I went to see a game. Took my father-in-law. My mate James, he was there. He was over in that part of the world, so the three of us went. I think I remember, like, Jameis Winston was the quarterback. He just ripped off one to Evans in the first quarter, and that was it. Like, I think he had like 5-6 catches, 100+ yards, but he was the difference. So you have to there's so much attention he draws. So hopefully he does the same for us. Because
again, I'm going to be a glass half empty man at the minute. You mentioned that was 2018, 19.
Yeah, yeah, it's a while ago.
We're talking 7 years ago, maybe. Yeah, and obviously he's coming off an injury-riddled season. Yeah. But it is the positive, like you just said, is the positive that even if he's not catching footballs, he's drawing attention.
Red zone target, big body, frees up a little bit of movement underneath, probably for Pearsall, I'm guessing, right?
As long as he's
Christian Kirk as well.
As long as he's not in the injury blue tent.
Yeah, well, that's true. But yeah, I mean, I think, his contested catch stuff, I think he's off the chart still on that stuff. So I think he's going to bring something. He's going to bring something that Purdy hasn't had in the past as well. So
yeah, and actually, it's something different for Kyle. Kyle doesn't usually go for that type of receiver, that big body receiver. He likes his short passing game, doesn't he? He likes his kind of dink and dunk type things, and then you yak.
Yeah, you never know. Those third and longs where before it was the underneath stuff, right? It was always the 5-yard dump off and then let McCaffrey do something. Maybe now we throw up the 50-50 to Evans and maybe it gives us a better chance. So we'll see. Maybe it keeps more drives alive. But I think the red zone is where he's going to come alive. I really do.
So I completely agree with you. I think, and I know we have struggled in the red zone over the past couple of seasons. I love something that you put together here. You've dropped down like a depth chart of the potential Niners offense.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, if everyone's healthy, I mean, obviously, I think offensive line was one of the better lines in the league. Even with the makeshift kind of, yes, Trent's there, but I was surprised at the beginning of last season. Offensive line was always going to be a concern, but actually they performed really well.
Yeah, I think they're good. And, we picked up we picked up Lowe as well. And, Brett Toth. And so I think the depth is there. I think that's always the big thing. I think that's what they're going for clearly this year, this offseason, is depth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Let's look at the wide receiver position now. I mean, now Jacob Cowing and Demarcus Robinson have had the great game against Philly, right?
Yeah, he did.
Those guys now are solid backups. Right. So it's going to be, if we have Evans, Pearsall and Kirk, Kittle, CMC, Juszczyk, Purdy.
Oh man. And I really hope Jordan Watkins, performance comes to the fore because he's got potential as well. But like you've said there, look at that starting lineup. Trent Williams, Connor Colby, Jake Brendel, Dominic Purdy, Colton McKivitz. Where's the weak link there? Well, possibly Colby, possibly McKivitz. Trent, like you say, is turning 38 this year, but they've got experience. If they can stay healthy, like you say, it's a good starting unit. The guys coming in as well. Who do you say was it? Valerian Jones is coming in, isn't he? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jones, and then we got guard. Robert Jones came in as guard, right?
Yeah.
Is that who it was? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. From Dallas, yeah. And then Valerian Lowe from New England. That's right. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So yeah, like you say, I think the depth, as you mentioned about the depth, Brett Toth coming in from Philly as well, and then Zach Thomas as well. So yeah, I think that injury season last year has kind of said to them, yeah, we need depth, but we need depth of higher quality as well.
You can't get to your third stringer being your backup, and he's just absolutely not working. So that's where they've gone, and even on the D as well. Obviously, they're spending the money on some corners as well.
Yeah.
Is it Nate Hobbs and Jack Jones? Are the two we got? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so we pulled in Nate Hobbs from the pack, Jones as well. Yeah, Robert Jones was the line for the Finn, but we did get the Jones. Yeah, who was it? Jones from the
Jack Jones from Miami, right?
Miami,
corner.
That's right.
Yeah.
And again, it's depth, but yeah, I've just jumped back to the offense though, and I look at those skill positions. I'm salivating. I thought Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Carl Juszczyk, Ricky Pearsall, Christian Kirk, Mike Evans.
Yeah, and I think when Pearsall came into the league, he was touted as the best route runner in the draft, right?
Yeah.
And he never really gets to show it because he had to play he had to play like some deep. Now he can play plays a little bit under with Evans on the side, and we could get some more routes out of him as well, open it up. And obviously, Kittle coming back. Hopefully, he's fit for game one. We'll see. I mean, we're going to talk about game one later, I think. With that big journey, maybe not game one. I think it might be a bit. I wouldn't risk him on it, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I think honestly, and then obviously, I know you're talking offense, but I think the big one for the team, just is Greenlaw's back, man.
Yeah,
he's him and Warner at the heart will be the heart and soul at D again. I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
I can't.
I don't know who's gonna be the starter, honestly, with Winters as well as he plays as well. It's gonna be interesting.
It will.
We'll see. We'll go. But Fred plus either. Maybe they put 3 in. Maybe we'll see.
No disrespect to D Winters, but I want Dre and Fred starting.
Me too. We'll see. Yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But I can't wait. I think they did a great job.
And how about?
I think that, yeah, go on.
How about just flicking back to the defense? How about the big guy coming over from Dallas?
From Dallas.
Go on.
I'll let you pronounce his name. Osa. Don't go with it. I'll start.
It's Osa Odighizuwa.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah,
we'll have to learn that.
I think that's a steal. I think that's a steal for us.
A big body up front. Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be so good. Like I said, everybody healthy. More. I think it's just you said it earlier. I think the depth is just growing.
Yeah.
Obviously, we got a draft coming up as well. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
But any needs? Do we need more people? Is there anybody in free agency we still need? I don't know.
Well, what are your thoughts on Debo?
Yeah, we mentioned it earlier, right? So Debo's still out there. I would rather try and get Jennings back personally, but I think he wants too much money. Yeah. I think that's the only sticking point with him. I don't know if Debo can come back. I don't know. I loved him as a player, but I think that chapter's closed for Niners. If we were going to push anybody to get back, I like Jennings. I like his attitude. He's one of the players who you would love him on your team, but hate him on every other team.
Absolutely. He's got to come back with his tail between his legs a little bit now, though, and as we've not offered him what he wanted. Now, obviously, he's gone all the way through free agency, and he's still there on the shelf.
No one wants to pay him the money he wants.
No.
And let's face it, he was our best receiver last 2 seasons, maybe.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
absolutely.
It's a shame, but I don't see. Not with Kirk and Evans. I don't see. There's no room for Debo.
No.
But we'll see where he ends up as well. Who knows?
Absolutely. Right. Well, so that's looking at free agency. Then there's a couple of very quick before we move on from free agency. What's all this about the punter? Are you spending free agency money on a punter from Pittsburgh?
I didn't even know. Honestly, what's his name? Was it Corliss Wakeman?
Corliss Wakeman from Pittsburgh.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't honestly know much about him. I'm not up on my Pittsburgh punting.
Well, that's a very poor show. That's your homework for next week. Find out more about Pittsburgh.
Yeah, look at his stats. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I guess he's needed, so we'll take him on. I guess I don't know. We'll see. But
again, one of the biggest free agent signings. Again, we're mentioning right at the top of the show, Eddie P. To sign Eddie Pinheiro back again is huge.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
I like his attitude. He seems solid. Yeah. I'm glad we didn't just let him go. And pretty young. I mean, was it 4 years, right?
4-year extension, yeah. 4-year extension.
So, yeah.
I love what you put. I'm going to share this with people. The detail you put on these notes there is amazing. And it goes down to Corliss Wakeman, and you put Corliss Wakeman added at punter.
Yeah, because no one knows. I'm like, I don't have all the time in the world to look up some special teams guy from the AFC. Like, sorry, mate.
I tell you what, I'm not going to tell your good lady wife, but from reading the amount of notes you've written down here, you've got far more time than you should have.
That's all good, man. You know, I love it. You gotta love it, right?
Right. So,
and then you got Joey Bosa as well. His mum tweeting out, like, yeah, it's not going to happen.
No. Again, too much of that. We haven't got the green for that. I'm afraid. I don't think.
No, he'd have to come over on a brother-friendly deal.
He would, yeah. He would. He'd have to come over and sign a 1-day contract and then play for the season.
Yeah, it was good. Yes, that's not going to happen either. But we'll see. But it's all good fun. I think our free agency overall is a solid B+, A-. I really do. I think it's been good.
No, I agree. They've addressed the needs, I think, like you say, and that takes us nicely on to when they've addressed the needs in the free agency. It takes us on to. Oh, that didn't work very well.
That was fast.
Fourth down.
There we go.
That's because we never get to fourth down. We always convert. No. So let's have a look then. Fourth down this week. Let's have a look at the biggest needs post free agency. From the stats earlier on, and I've been listening to a lot of podcasts myself as well, and a lot of looking at mock drafts and various bits and bobs. Mm-hmm. And the general consensus seems to be, not in this necessarily particular order, but maybe we order it today. Pass rush, last in sacks, got to generate a pass rush from somewhere. Wide receiver may have been, even though we've got Kirk and Evans coming now. Obviously, they're kind of 1 year, maybe 2 year stop gaps almost. You know, like you say about the window closing, the Super Bowl window. Are they enough to get us that Super Bowl? But then we need a bit more longevity. So receiver, maybe. We mentioned about safety. The possibility of that, and then AOB. Would they be your top three in your mind?
Yeah, I'm thinking O-line, edge, and safety. That's my top three. I think we got to start looking towards honestly a Trent Williams replacement. I don't know if that comes in this draft. I don't know if it's first or second round. I don't know. We'll see. But eventually, he's going to go, and you have to address it. You have to get ahead of it. I don't think wide receiver. Like I said, wide receivers with our free agency pickups, obviously, always needed, especially in NFL nowadays. But I think we're okay. But I'm definitely looking at edge. I'm building from the lines out. That's I don't think you can go wrong.
Well, that's what Lynch and Shanahan have always done since they started here.
I think it's the way to go. I'm trying to think. Is anybody? I can't really think of anybody the names, but
in terms of, I had a quick look at there's a 7-round mock draft just been published on NFL.com. We've got pick 27. That's the thing. We've only got 6 draft picks this year. We've got a first rounder, a second rounder, and 4 in the 4th round. You know, so and if the picks fall the way they expected, they're looking at Caleb Lomu from to offensive tackle at pick 27. Some real good tape on him. They're then going receiver. They reckon receiver at 58 with Jeremy Bernard from Alabama. Looks like a really nice route runner again. Nice, smooth, very much a Kyle Shanahan type of receiver for the future. They've then gone safety at pick 127 with VJ Payne. Then they've gone left tackle. Then they've gone edge rather with LT Overton from Alabama at 133. And then your final 2 picks, 138 and 139, got an offensive tackle with a Jude Bowery. And then you are Bernard on the defensive line at pick 139. So, from what we've established in terms of the needs, that's obviously what the NFL are a similar mindset. But it's really interesting for me. I always think, like they say, you build. What are the wording they use? You build a team through the draft, or you build a future through the draft, but a team for the season through free agency, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you had the names there. I think they covered a lot of the positions we were talking about, but I think I would go O-line. I think you have to spend the capital there. Whether there's somebody, starting caliber drops that, maybe not for this year. Maybe there's someone there for maybe next year. That's the way to go.
What's your take, draft-wise? What's your take on? You've got those ideas of who you want. What's your take on, best player available? So if there's somebody that comes,
and I think with our free agency we did so well, right? I think like we said it, we graded it well. I think the opportunity comes in. You identify 3-4 positions of need, and take the best available at those positions, whatever it may be. So it's the best guard drops, the best tackle drops, best edge drops, best safety drops, take them. Like, get a game changer in there. I don't think there's much room for us to drop down and get more picking that late in the first round. So I don't think that's going to happen. So I think we're stuck at, I think you said 20. I think we're stuck at 27, right?
27 is the first one,
And then there was the big trade. I mean, there was that big trade as well with, for Cincinnati, right?
Yeah.
So
Dexter Lawrence to Cincinnati,
So who knows what's going to go on? I mean, John Harbaugh's now got 2 picks in the top 10, right, for the Giants. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, it's like anything could get upended now because there's a lot of rebuilds going on. We don't know if players are going to slide. We don't know what's going to happen, but it's always fun to watch.
It is fun to watch, but again, I remember when I used to watch when I was younger, and I'd be really disappointed if we hadn't chosen a receiver or a running. If I saw offensive line chosen the first round, what a waste! I'm never going to hear his name called. But obviously, the older you get, and the more importance how. Like I say sometimes when I'm on commentary, the most important part of an offense is that offensive line, because the skill positions cannot do anything without it. So they're only ever mentioned when they get called for holding. Poor lads, and very rarely get mentioned if they open up a hole or they give the quarterback 5-6 seconds to pass. But that is the engine room, and that's the most important thing. And the older you get, the more you recognise that. And so actually, a high round draft pick on offensive line becomes more and more,
And you're protecting Brock, right, as well. So it's huge. And I think if Lomu drops, I think that's the way we should go. Like you said, it's mind over heart a little bit. You always want the splash, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I know what I'm now doing this. I'm really invested again. I'm like,
get into it. It's a little bit of a shame. It's a little bit of a shame we couldn't have started this a few weeks back and gone into the draft a little bit more and looked at prospects and one thing a little bit. Hey, it is what it is. We've started this at the right time, just before the draft, just before all the training camps, and then we'll obviously be way on it in the season.
That's it, and then we can look at obviously we'll review the draft and look what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume we're going to look at what the other teams did in the division. I mean, I have no idea we didn't even mention the Cardinals. No one knows what the Cardinals are doing. I mean, I don't know.
Really?
Exactly.
I've seen a new alternate kit that they've got, a third kit with a cactus here that looks a little bit phallic.
Yeah, I've not seen that, to be honest with you. Oh, the desert one, is that what it is?
Yeah,
I might have seen a picture of it.
Got a cactus in a real sort. Anyway,
digress.
Anyway, moving on.
What's moving on? Where are we going to?
Where are we going on? We're going here.
Overtime.
Yeah, I don't like the way that's emphasized. Overtime. It should be overtime. Anyway,
so
I think we've kind of covered everything we want to today in as brief a way as we can. We could have gone into it in so much more depth, but you mentioned earlier on about the first game of the season. Let's just have a little chat about that in OT here today. The season opening then versus the Rams in Melbourne. Shanahan, not a fan.
Not a fan. I don't blame him. I was watching it. I saw an interview. I think he was at the Masters, the golf, and he mentioned he sent a team over there.
All right.
And he said it took him 3 days to get adjusted. So it's like if we're playing,
got there.
Yeah, after they landed, right, to get fully adjusted. So, yeah, he can't be happy. Yeah, I don't know. And like I said, we said earlier, like Kittle could be back, but why would you risk him on that? Why would you do 2 huge flights?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, just don't do it. So, wrap him up, save him for week 2. But yeah, we always get stiffed every year. I mean, every year we give the most travel, it feels like. But anyway, it is what it is.
It is. And unfortunately, like you say, it's the league. The league using the teams as pawns, and the thing that knocks me the most is the Niners. The Niners are basically, they're meant to have their how do they put it? They've got a different thing in each team. Got a different market, haven't they? So they're part of the market in the UK. Yeah, they're one of the teams that have got the UK market. They've not been here since 2013.
They do a lot of Mexico, right? They do a lot of trips down there. Yeah, that's fair. And then obviously now with Australia. So we'll see. I don't see there's no benefit to it. There's no win. No, I meant like the Australia game. There's no competitive benefit to the Niners to play in that game. It's a loss. Yeah. Everything's just like the only thing is you go down there, you don't get injured, somehow you pick up a win and you come home. That's all they'll do.
Absolutely.
It'll be interesting. But hey, I mean, the Rams got the same problem though. I mean, they ain't that much further south, so they got the exact same problem.
I like the theory behind the fact that they're playing in Melbourne because they don't want SoFi at Levi South to be fully red again.
Let's move it to a different country.
Yeah.
It is wild. I mean, it's funny. We were just down there, and like, you don't see any Rams jerseys in LA. I don't see any. You see tons of Raiders, believe it or not, tons of Niners stuff in there, walking around. But it's I mean, you can see why there's a takeover every time. You can see why it's Levi South. You really can. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Other than the Melbourne match, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it though. We'll see how it gets presented.
It should be good. Yeah, absolutely.
It's at the MCG, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And that, I mean, the funny thing is about the MCG, obviously, it is a cricket ground, so the fans on the sidelines are miles away from the actual pitch. The pitch is kind of like a postage stamp in the middle of the oval. Yeah.
I'm going to say I don't know if too many of the, obviously your crowd will know about cricket, but I don't know if anybody tuning in from over here knows too much about it. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to put extra stands. You can't, right? I don't know what they're going to do. So,
well, if you were to put temporary stands there on like the outfield,
but then the lower stands are done.
Yeah, they damage the outfield, but also you'd be losing money on the seats behind.
So I don't know what.
No.
I think they just suck it up. We'll see.
Indeed. So, I think that's about it, mate. We've been talking for nearly an hour.
Yeah, I went fast. I enjoyed that, man. I enjoyed hanging out with you, and hopefully people end up enjoying hanging out with us.
Absolutely. We'll see how it goes. So that's it for episode 1 then. I hope you've kind of enjoyed listening to us. Whenever you do, it's going to be available to download and to listen to at your convenience over the next few days. And all being well, we're going to do this again next weekend, and we'll be able to talk a little bit about the draft then, if you're around.
I'm available. Let's do it.
You're available. Right, mate.
Make it happen.
Make it happen, Captain. Right, well, thanks for tuning in if you have done, and we'll see you very soon for another UK Niner pod in association with Across the Pond Sports Network. Neil, thanks a lot. Great to speak to you, buddy.
Yeah, cheers, mate. It's been a pleasure.
Right. Yeah, you too. We'll see you all again soon.